Have you heard of Wargames Atlantic yet? These guys make fantastic hard plastic miniatures at a great price. If you are after value, this is the company to get to know. A while back, they sent me this box of Grognards Command and Heavy Support miniatures. This box gives you enough components to make 6 weapons teams comprised of 12 figures and 6 mounted weapons. In this video, we're going to unbox this set, look at the sprues, show you some built miniatures, and end the review off with a scale comparison image. These miniatures would work fantastic as proxy miniatures for a big game that we all know. They would also work well for any other miniature games that you can think of that would require weapons of this variety. Now let me tell you about myself. My name is Jay and you're watching Must Contain Minis. I do reviews and showcases of miniatures and miniature related products. My aim is to show you products by companies other than the largest one on the market. Now let's go back to those Grognards. These sci-fi miniatures are stylized after historic French soldiers. This set gives you command options that you can use for your soldiers. The weapons in this kit include the following options: a tri-barrel cannon, a quad ball turret, a heavy plasma weapon, and a mortar. You also get enough weapon components to build 3 of any weapon set in the box. So you can build 3 mortars, 3 tri-barreled cannons, 3 quad ball turrets, 3 heavy plasmas. Let's look at those sprues now. Here are the head options. There are also some more options on the other sprue. With these heads, you get a few different sci-fi looks, including stylized themes of French Napoleonic Wars, the World Wars, and the French Foreign Legion. This part here, I had to contact Wargames Atlantic about. I wasn't sure what it was. They are sun flaps for the keppies. You get 2 of these sprues in the box. Now let's take a look at the other sprue. This sprue is new and contains all of the command options and heavy weapons for the Grognard forces. Looking at it, you can see that there are 2 types of weapon mounts, 1 tripod and 1 wheeled carriage. You also get 5 torsos and 4 sets of legs. One of the torsos has medals on it to symbolize a commander. I was very excited to get my hands on this box and build some models. Aside from the unknown part on the head sprue that turned out to be a sun flap for the kepi, I found this kit to be very straightforward. You get 3 carriages and 3 tripods. You can use either mount for any of the weapons. Here I tossed the mortar on a carriage just to show you how it looks. I decided to keep them on the tripods though, and use the carriages for the other weapon systems. Here's the mortar, tri-barrel cannon, and plasma weapon with a quad ball turret in the background. That quad gun looks like it would be good as an anti-air weapon, but you would have to actually modify the kit to aim it in the air. As it comes, it would likely work well as a proxy for a rapid fire weapon like a heavy bolter or something like that. Together you get 6 weapon teams in this box. Let's take a closer look at the models I built with the Wargames Atlantic Grognards Command and Heavy Support Miniatures kit. Together you get 6 weapon teams from this box set. First up, here's the commander with a power fist and standard. I think we can assume he has a pistol hidden somewhere in his uniform. I built him completely out of parts from this box set. Because this box set comes with just 12 miniatures, I needed to find a spare body for one of the weapon teams. This guy's body came from the Grognards box set. That is the box for just the standard infantry guys. The parts are compatible. His body is from the heavy weapons box set that I am reviewing in this video. The gunner body is the only part in this review aside from the bases that did not come in the Command and Heavy Support Miniatures kit. The gun he is running is the tri-barrel cannon. To me, I'm thinking it looks like some sort of autocannon or some other light anti-tank weapon. Check out this weapon system. This quad ball turret looks like a cross between a gunner chair and an old bomber and a baby carriage. No offense is intended, but it is an odd yet unique looking chassis for a weapons platform. I am thinking that it is as close as the kit comes to something like a heavy bolter or a heavy machine gun weapon. I made the second figure here with 2 pointing fingers. As every wargamer knows, you can always tell who's in charge by looking for the guy who's pointing. I figured if I gave him double pointing, he'd look even more in charge. I like the expression on these miniatures' faces. Wargames Atlantic calls this next weapon the Heavy Plasma Weapon. To me it looks similar to a las cannon or other heavy anti-tank gun. The gun shields I'm not so sold on. I don't think they would protect much, but you don't have to build them with the gun shields unless you want to. I also built 3 heavy mortar teams. When I saw the box set, I fell in love with these guys and I had to build them. There's just something about the look that I really like. I also like the idea of guardsmen raining explosives down on their enemies, no matter how ineffective the weapon may be in the game. So I built 3 of these teams. I gave everyone in the squad a gas mask and helmet in case their ammunition contains something other than explosive rounds. While building these, I realized that one of the pointing fingers actually matches up perfectly with the button transmitter. That is a nice touch. Not that it's necessary, I decided to make one of the teams have a radio operator on the base. You get enough parts to equip 3 guys with communication devices from this box. I had a lot of fun building this 3-stand mortar team. It is what I wanted to build the most when this box set came in. To get a sense of scale, here are the miniatures with another companies. The unpainted minis are by Wargames Atlantic, and the painted ones are by GW. I think they work well alongside each other, especially if you're making an entire army out of Wargames Atlantic to fight against the miniatures from another company. My plan with these miniatures is to make a Proxy Imperial Guard army. I'm not sure if I will ever play, but I still think it is cool to collect the miniatures. Between this box set and the regular infantry box set of the lay Grognards, I will have enough miniatures to make a small patrol detachment of 300 to 350 points. With today's pricing, the lay Grognards Command and Heavy Support box set comes in at just under $35. That's American. In there, you get 6 heavy weapons teams. To buy the same amount of weapons teams from another company, you're looking at $80. That is why Wargames Atlantic is currently king of value. You get some fine miniatures at less than half the price of their competition. Thank you for joining me in this review of Wargames Atlantic's lay Grognards Command and Heavy Support box set. Have you tried Wargames Atlantic miniatures yet? Let us know what you think of them in the comments below. Until next time, happy gaming everyone.